Brainstorming love games where choices really matter and influence how the story unfolds. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
Wait, are you kidding me? We can just mesmerize anyone? Okay, I want to press R. Ah, okay, so she's like level 5 resistance wise. Ah, okay, cool. Medical checkup? Ah, okay.
Do you require medical assistance, nurse?
Thank you for your concern, but I'm fine.
This is so cool. Okay. Wow, this is so cool.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
An invisible enemy? Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett's. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Mm-hmm. That was a hint about him. Cool.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Okay. Okay. Ha! Okay, we can only ask her personal things if we have the hints. Ah, cool. Cool.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
It's rude not to look at someone speaking to you. I think she was speaking to us, and she was looking at us, just like this, like. But yeah, maybe she's shy. Glass vials. Ay. This definitely doesn't look too good out here. Dorothy awaits me. What if let's check the outside area though here? Yeah, Dorothy. I know. But see, I found 2 small bottles. That was important. Okay, yeah. I feel bad. She has patients to attend to. It's waiting for me now. Influenza. Stay at home. Frequently complicated with pneumonia. To prevent any case of Spanish flu, stay at home. I mean, I should probably not explore here now, but...
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
What? You gotta be kidding me. Whoa! A rogue skull. Oh, shit. We need to take him down, don't we? Yeah, we have to. It's our responsibility. Oh, damn it. Whoa, they're strong. No, 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 I dodged. Oh, God. Oh, God. No. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. This is scary. Okay, good. Nice, good one. Oh. That was kind of a scary fight. Holy shit. 3 of them? Oh my. Photography in the wallet. Photography of a smiling and loving couple with a few words written on the back. Milton and Pippa forever. New investigation. Okay. Bring back the wallet to its owner. Okay. Good job, Rainstone. Thank you. Oh my. Oh my. That was exciting. I'm not gonna lie. And it was a bit scary. We can't let skulls roam the streets of London.
I cannot enter.
Too bad. The fuck? I hear another skull. You're gonna be kidding me. Keep out, okay. Shit, don't tell me there's one more now. This kind of gave us a lot of XP though. Should we check again? If there's one. Probably should. Okay, let's check if there is one there again, and after that we're gonna go to the hospital. Finally. Public notice: prevent influenza, the Spanish flu. Cover each cough and sneeze with handkerchief. Walk to work. Do not spit, drink from your own cup, avoid crowds. If taken ill, go to bed, send for a doctor. To make a mask, take a piece of ordinary cheesecloth, 8 by 16 inches. Fold it to make it 8 by 8 inches. Next, fold this to make it 8 by 4 inches. The cords, about 10 inches long at each corner. Apply over the mouth and nose as shown in the picture. Issued by the LLC Board of Health. Kidding me? I hear him like there. Wait. Okay, I'm gonna check. I thought he was back in the garden, but it seems to me serious. Okay, those are rats. It seems to me that he could be here somewhere. It's pretty dark. Huh. Wait, those are level 16 and 14? Okay. I'm not gonna mess with them just now. I do hear the skull coming from that direction, so maybe they're hunting the skull. Could that be the case? I just don't know. Oh, level 16. Okay, nope. District status serious, Whitechapel. Okay, wait. Oh. Okay. I should definitely get back. This is scary. And I do hear another skull. Just in the direction I'm going now. Fuck. Is this a dead end? Oh wait, can I? Oh. You know about the old saying, curiosity kills the vampire. In my case, yeah. But I don't know. I mean, there's this world here. I want to explore it. I want to see everything. So that's why I'm kind of going. Where the heck are we going now? It's like really, I have no clue where we are now. Wow. Deeper into Whitechapel.
It's locked, all right.
Okay, that's actually good news. I think we should go back. Just the way we came. Music is kinda indicating nothing good. And I don't want to die, so so we go. I love that shadow dash so much. Okay. Back to safety, I guess.
It's locked.
That was exciting. Well, but we had a look at what awaits us. Whoa, look at this. Beautiful. Rainstorm, you think the scowls that we hear are just random noises designed to make us feel uneasy? Could be. I do have a second theory about that though. Like, I mean, obviously it could be enemies somewhere, or we drank blood of skulls, so maybe that's why we hear them. But it's probably not true, but yeah, that would be very cool. We would probably find out about that once we kind of drink from a normal person, but I don't want to do that, so. Do not cough in public. Prevent disease. Careless spitting, sneezing, coughing. Spread influenza. Spread by droplets sprayed from nose and throat. Do not cough in public.
I cannot enter.
Probably not yet, but I feel like this could be our hideout. I'm gonna see. Dorothy waited like 2 days now, so let's say hello. Oh well, let's first read this. Hospital full. Due to the influenza, this hospital can no longer take any patients. Please go back home. Wow, if you're like in need of help and
Hurry now, Doctor, it's freezing here.
you're somewhat making it to a hospital, and that's what you read. Wow. I don't wanna even imagine how that must feel.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reid. Your office has been prepared.
That's pretty fast. She seems good though. I like her.
I would like to ask a few questions first. And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
Let's be honest here. He knows us more than we know him.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
So multi-talent. Plus he's very polite, isn't he?
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
A good place.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Okay. 2000. Unknown. Unknown. Oh god, we have so many. Oh, that's Dr. Tippets. So many people to examine.
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reid has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippets, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
People are more important.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reid. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
Oh, we can force him to tell us something about about his exhaustion, because we have found out about that from the other nurse. Okay.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
That's actually sad. Well, at this time, of course, but...
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
Okay. Let's see and check out our first hint about him.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No, we must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more unto the breach.
Well, it's actually true that she's worried. And his attitude could be irresponsible, because if he's like totally exhausted, he could do mistakes in treating a patient, and that could lead to something very bad. So I'm split. Even though it's like a very dark time, he should get some rest. Otherwise, he's not gonna last for long. But what if he... I mean, he said something about Brannigan, right? She's a pearl. So if we tell him that she's worried, he might understand. Let's go for that.
Nurse Brannigan is worried about you, Doctor.
She should not have told you that. I will have a word with her.
You don't have to blame her for her honesty.
I'm not that kind of man, my dear Jonathan. Actually, Nurse Brannigan's opinion is the only one I may listen to.
That's what I thought. So, at first it sounded bad, but if he's gonna talk to her, and she'll kind of like have a word with him, it may be good. Okay.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett. Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reid. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reid. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reid. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
He's the one with the... No, he's the one with the wallet? Okay, let's get the normal talk first, though.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
Well, he's speaking his mind.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Okay. So that's the background.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
One way to see it. Okay, let's see.
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet with all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin colour that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reid.
Let's see what he has to trade.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reid. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Milton's shotgun. Not bad, not bad. Bullets, shells. Oh, we can also sell him stuff. Shotgun is always fun in every game. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how we will turn out to be later on, because I think we're gonna keep the stake for now, because I'm getting used to that and it feels good. But maybe later on we're gonna change for... Ooh, that would be crazy. For a one-handed shotgun or something. I mean, it doesn't say that it's one or two-handed here. But I guess it's one-handed. But this is good to know. So we can...
It's safer here than anywhere else in the East End.
We can get some parts from him as well. And maybe craft something or upgrade something. Definitely good. Hello, I'm the new doctor and I'm standing outside looking to the inside. That's just so weird. Okay. Okay, have we talked to everyone out here? Yeah, I think so. What? What was that? Investigate citizen actions? Okay, wait. Maybe we need to stalk. Yeah, we need to stalk here. Are you kidding me?
How can I be sure I'll not find your unconscious body in the house again?
I promise you, you'll not find my unconscious body.
For God's sake, how can you say such a thing?
How can you refuse to listen? I tried to warn you for so long.
No, I won't let my only son die. You promised me you'll stay alive.
Your son lied to you, like the whole world lies to us.
What? Okay, I guess he's her son. But that sounded like he's possessed or something? Okay, that's very interesting. Can we actually talk to her again now that we have talked to Tippers?
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Now she's actually looking us in the eye. Ah! There we go.
Why does Dr. Tippett's claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Okay.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Interesting. God, so many people.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Yeah, because it's a mess. Pippa Hawkins, okay. Yeah, we need to talk to her. She's Milton's girl, right? Or wife. Let's talk to her.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Get a grip. It's probably very harsh to say, right? So...
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
Okay, so I guess we gotta say it.
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
I mean, we seem to be kind of an expert. But will we really change it? She should probably change her attitude, though. Swansea said something like, no, it was the nurse, right? Or was it Tippers? I think it was Tippers, yeah. This hospital lacks hope. So?
I don't like your attitude, Nurse Hawkins. Pessimism can be as lethal as the epidemic in times like these.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
I don't want a pep talk. I want you to have hope and trust. Alright. Well, let's actually see. Okay, she's level 3. She has good blood quality.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
He was kind of okay. I mean, towards us, right?
Pepper, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes, Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke. But we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
Well, at that time, racism was a real issue.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
She would lose her job, though? That's crazy. Not on my watch.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen. As for me, what a blundering idiot.
So I'll talk to him. Or maybe just not now.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reid. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Okay, we could mesmerize him.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reid.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reid? I have the feeling you're very capable. And your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is, I disagreed about wood and nails, not flesh and bones.
Is there anything else that's bothering you? Can I help in any way?
I'm all right. Considering the state of this place, I should consider myself lucky, I guess.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
I always knew the words to calm the children, Helen. As for me, what a bloody idiot.
Unfinished letter. Pembroke Hospital, 2nd of November. My dear children, sorry I did not write to you before, but it hurts like hell just to write these words on bloody paper. Don't worry, Daddy will go out of the hospital as soon as the doctors fix his arm. Well, that's from him. In the meantime, if you need something, go see Mr. Chadwick at the construction site and tell him you are Harvey Fiddick's children. You remember Robert Chadwick, the big guy with the moustache who helped me repair the house doors last spring? Go see him and ask for a few bob. He won't refuse to spare you a few. I'm sorry I can't work anymore for now. But we'll figure out something as soon as I'm out. Don't worry, everything will be fine as soon as Daddy's arm is strong again. As soon as the doctors have fixed my arm. Maybe we could do something for his children?
Reads me like a book. I never could keep anything from her.
But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Who's he actually talking to? Probably like just...
I will not let you down, my boy.
expressing his thoughts, yeah. Can I talk to
Good
him
evening,
again?
Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reid. Any news about my operation?
Unfortunately not. You seem worried about your family.
You seem worried about the safety of your family. And it's obviously the reason why your wound troubles you so much.
I cannot give up on my children now. They both need me living.
What about their mother, if I may ask?
She died in 1915 during one of the first Zeppelin raids. We never found her body.
Shit.
Tell me more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army, building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
Oh, shit.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
How are your children after losing their mother?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Helen didn't bring them with her that night.
Damn. I wish we could help him.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Helen. As for me, what a blundering idiot.
Oh my. I gotta say, like, I really love about this game that these people are just not just people. I mean, he has a real background story and
I will not let you down, my boy.
he wants to be there for his children. Okay.
This hospital seems to be falling apart. But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reid? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
Mm-hmm.
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes. Thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
Honorable.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
There's an influencer going around, but yeah. You're working day and night to keep people alive. But yeah, they were not so friendly. Wow, I don't like you.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. I apologize. I apologize. I judged too early.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reid. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
Not in this one either. Not anymore. And this is the one that we have been eavesdropping on.
Your son wished to die, Beatrice. Why did you hide such crucial information?
Are you not aware suicide is a crime? Mortimer could be thrown in jail. I can't let that happen. I won't.
I understand you fear the legal consequences, Mrs. Goswick. But don't you realize your silence significantly affects your son's case?
All my son needs is help and comprehension. Not judgment and punishment for what he may or may not have done.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Let's have a talk to him.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reid. Can I help at all?
No,
Really? Why are you here, then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
He doesn't want to talk, but here we go.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
Why did your mother have you hospitalized here? She seems convinced this is a bad hospital.
My mother just wants the best for me. She won't rest while I'm here. She'd go all the way to hell and back to help me.
Pembroke Hospital may look unorthodox, but rest assured you're in good hands here.
It's not me you have to convince, Dr. Reid. It's my mother.
Is your mother bothering you? As your doctor, I can ask her to leave you alone if you would prefer.
That's tempting, Doctor. But you have no idea what my mother is capable of. She would tie herself to my bed if you asked her to leave.
Okay. That was clear. Clear message.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
Admit it, Mortimer. Your mother had you hospitalized here because you tried to kill yourself.
Yes, it's true.
All right, then. This is the first time we've really shared information about your case. Shall we call this progress?
Call it what you want, Dr. Reid.
You can trust us.
You can trust me. I won't report you to the authorities. My one and only concern is your health.
I guess I should thank you then.
Can I help you in any way, Mr. Goswick?
I wrote a letter for my mother. She was supposed to read it after my death. But I suppose she doesn't have to read it now.
I see. And is this letter still near the place where you tried to take your own life?
Yes. And I don't want anyone reading my last words. I mean, I'm still here. If you bring me back that letter, then perhaps we'll talk.
Okay, that's fair. Yep. We got a deal. Reid's still talking about suffocating motherly love.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Do we have any new dialogue options for... or with her?
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Okay.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Not answering. How's my son? Goodbye. Okay. We haven't talked... Whoa. To those two. Okay. She's so overprotective that he tried to escape her in death. Brainstorm. If that was the truth, then holy shit, that would be sick. I do not hope you're right.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reid. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reid? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swansea's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
That's a good start. Okay, level 4 and 2000. Mr. Ackroyd, you seem interesting to me.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, But I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reid. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
Oh, it can be harsh here. Tempting. Jealousy. Well, is he jealous? We don't know. He could be just, maybe. We're gonna play it cool.
There is no need for such animosity between us. Don't you think the epidemic is already enough to deal with?
That is one point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital, instead of a burden.
Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
Waverly disapproves modern medicine methods. Interesting. Yeah, and he's the doctor of Harvey Fittig, that's for sure. And this is probably his colleague that who we're talking to in just a second. Oh, we forgot to ask him if we could do something for him, right? We should probably do that.
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reid, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
This is very harsh of him. I mean... Let's be rational here. Knowledge is our main weapon. So we kind of like... Well, we don't have to justify our actions to him in any way. And he knows we've saved many lives, so let's go with that.
Knowledge has always been and will remain our main weapon. And it has always come at a price. And personal initiative.
It is not a question of initiative, it is a question of integrity. These men and women have put their faith in us, Dr. Reid.
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd.
Okay.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Okay, let's ask him again.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
Yeah.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
Okay.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
So I guess whenever we would have that, this treatment here, then this would cause something, right?
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, so I think we need to do that later on.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
I want to check on her as well.
Do you require medical attention as well, Mrs. Goswick?
I have other concerns right now, Doctor. But I'm fine, thank you.
Good.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Okay, let's talk to him.
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reid. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reid.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reid. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
Wow. That is quite something. Well,
it's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
maybe.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
Something to agree on.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True, true. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reid. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time.
Nice. Okay, this one's gonna be interesting.
What do you think of Dr. Ackroyd's aversion to modern medical methods?
It's a shame he's so narrow-minded. Dr. Swansea taught me that science is about exploring uncharted territory. I'm convinced that's true.
With the influenza and all that's going on, you should put your differences aside, don't you think? Why is it so difficult to work together?
I believe that if Dr. Ackroyd had been the one to discover the transfusion process, he would be the first to recommend its use.
So you believe it's just a question of jealousy and pride?
Dr. Ackroyd is as proud as he is blinded by his obsolete concept of medical science.
Interesting.
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him, or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reid. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father, ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
How is he blaming himself for his injury? Okay. So we found out everything about him.
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Ackroyd's behavior, a man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings, with desires, hopes, and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and flesh.
Good point. Okay.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
My sweet girl. Reads me like a book.
I think we should talk to him again.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reid. Any news about my operation?
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
What?
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
This is not your fault.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick. Unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
Is there anything else that's bothering you? Can I help in any way?
I'm all right. Considering the state of this place, I should consider myself lucky, I guess.
Okay.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
Sweet girl.
Question is,
Like a book.
can we do something for him? That's like what I'm
Hospital seems to be falling apart.
wondering about.
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Thank you, Nurse Crane.